Yes, people. Welcome back on the channel, and we are back again for another Matchday Rewind. We're gonna talk about the FA Cup fixtures and, of course, the Premier League fixtures as well. Before I'm gonna start, people, don't forget to smash the likes, hype if you have the option as well, share the stream, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below as well. And don't forget to subscribe on Charlie, on Rory. Dan, who's joining later, and King, who's joining later as well. Just let's start the show, guys. How are you doing, guys?
All good, all good. Happy to be on. It's
Feeling
been
a
a
lot
while.
better than the last 2 weeks.
Nice, good here. Big up LMX as well. All right. I want to start with Spurs. Spurs finally got the first W this year, but unfortunately, the rivals in the relegation zone got it as well. Charlie, talk to me. What are your thoughts?
I mean,
about
first of all,
Spurs?
big up to Michael, big up to Rory and the chat as well. For those wondering, I haven't just showed up because we've won a game. I would have showed up last week or whenever it is, regardless. So I just thought I'd put that out there first. Look, I mean, my thoughts have been kind of the same for a while. I've said that we're going to be relegated, I think it was January, February, around that time. I think there were two games. I think it might have been against Palace and Fulham back to back that I said that we needed to get 6 points from. If we didn't, I think we'd be relegated. Obviously, we've gone through 3 managers this season. I like De Zerbi as a manager, but I don't think it matters who the manager is. And I think that the situation we're in, I don't think they're saving us. And we did win a game. I mean, we did win 1-0 away at bottom of the league already relegated Wolves. Obviously, we had to win that game, considering that if we didn't, I think for anybody having, a lot of hope still that we're going to get out of it, I think would probably kind of accept our fate if we didn't win this game. So I think for us to kind of just stay in the whole thing. And again, like I hate talking about the situation that we're in, but it is what it is. For us to stay around the safe zone, all of this, we had to win that game, especially with West Ham winning. If we didn't win, we would have been 4 points or 3 points behind, whatever it was. So we've kept the same distance as it was before the weekend, before game week 34. But ultimately, I'll be honest, my mind hasn't changed. I know we won a game. I mean, first of all, it's disgusting that we've gone December, January, February, March, now end of April, without a win. Like, that is our longest run without a win for almost 100 years. Like, we're literally breaking all the records. I thought we were breaking all the bad records last season. We're breaking all of them this season. Like, it's mental how many records, how many bad records we've set this season. But the performance was terrible. Like, I'm not going to beat around the bush here and try and be like, 1-0, we got the win, all of this. Look, it's great, but we were absolutely horrendous. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that we weren't, because we were. Like, Wolves, I know they've got a few decent results at home recently, but they're now relegated. They were officially relegated, I think, a week before this game. They weren't great either. I think a draw would have been a fair result. But we did win, thankfully, to Palinia getting that goal. But ultimately, we've won at a cost again because more injuries. Like, it's the story of the season. Now we've lost Xavi, which looks to be an ACL. If I'm being, that's what it looks like it's going to be, because it was a knee injury. So I think it could well be an ACL. And we lost Solanke as well. So it's another 2 injuries on top of the fact that we were supposed to have Kudus come back, but the medical team couldn't even get that right. So he's now out for the rest of the season. You've got Romero gone for the season as well. Like, for I'm not going to sit here and try and, blame the whole thing on injuries. But injuries this season have been as bad as I've ever seen at any football club, to be honest. Like, we literally have had I read a stat, it's like every single player at some point has been injured this season. There hasn't been a single player.
Really?
Every single player has been injured at some point. Even the goalkeeper, even both our keepers have been injured at some point. I mean, one of them's injured now. So there you go. Like, I think whatever's going on behind the scenes, I think the medical team, the physios, they're clearly doing a terrible job. Clearly, they're not doing what's needed. Because you're seeing our players when they got injured. I think it was Kudus, actually. He went back to the Netherlands to go and get, treatment on it instead of staying at the club and trusting the current. That's what I don't know if it's true. That's what I heard a rumor somewhere. Apparently, he went back to the Netherlands to get his injury checked out because he didn't really trust the medical team at our club. And I think again, I don't know if it's true, but if it is true, I think it says something. But yeah, look, in terms of the game, obviously we were lucky it wasn't 1-1. I mean, Kinski actually made a really good save at the end, but look, very, very, very poor game. What I expected, like I thought we were going to lose, if I'm honest, because Wolves are a bogey team. We hadn't beaten them since 2022, so I actually thought we were going to lose, but luckily we didn't. We stay in it, but yeah, this is a horrible situation, and with the games we got coming up, if we're gonna get out of where we are now, if we play like, even though we beat Wolves, if we play like we did in that game, the same thing that we've been seeing for the whole season essentially will continue to happen. So, plus the fact our squad's even weaker now with Xavi out, Solanke out, no players coming back anytime soon. There's more problem. It's just problem after problem after problem. And like I said, I like De Zerbi, but I don't think he can do. I really don't think he can do anything with what's in front of him right now. It's very, very clear.
Yeah. From what you're telling me, it's looking like Spurs need a miracle, man, to stay up. Jesus, man. But I thought I read yesterday that De Zerbi was saying that the injury of Simons was not that bad. What?
No, that was about Solanke. Simmons is a bad injury, sadly.
My!
I know, obviously, that's not good for you guys in the Netherlands for the World Cup. But ultimately, look, the situation, they said they didn't want to buy players in January because they didn't want to impact the long-term planning. Well, if you're in the Championship, those long-term plans are out the window, if there was any, which I don't believe there was, but if there was any, those are out the window if you're in the Championship next season. So the whole thing's a mess, not wanting to buy players in January, I think, is looking worse and worse day by day.
Yeah. I think if Spurs made a decision to bringing De Zerbi the moment they decided to bring in Tudor, I think you would have been fine right now.
Possibly. I mean, he would have had more time, I think, to get his ideas across, to acclimatize to the club. I think it's really too late. Like he's been given, I think he came in before the 7th last game, so he's essentially been given 7 games to come in and save us. I really, again, like I said this, it doesn't matter who the manager is. I don't think anyone can save this because unfortunately, we've got a bunch of players with or without injuries that clearly don't want to be here right now. We've got a very poor look. Our squad is underperforming, yes, in terms of I don't think we're like a 18th. I don't think we've got the 3rd worst squad in the league. But at the same time, our squad is very badly assembled. And what I mean by that is we've got a bunch of midfielders that all do the same thing. We don't have a single midfielder that can pass properly. We've got, I think it's, at one point we had like 3 right backs and 1 left back. Like, all of these different things show we've got no wingers, essentially. We're playing strikers out wide. It shows you that even though if you look for player, you might sit there and say, oh, we should be doing better, which is true to an extent. But at the same time, when you put a mishmash of players together from different managers for different systems, you're going to get a situation like this. And I think us having just this terribly assembled squad, I think is a reason that I don't think is being talked about enough, to be honest. Like the fact that we don't have profiles like, midfielders that can pass the ball. We've got all our midfielders do the same thing. I don't think it's talked about enough. And I think that's why we're in this position, to be honest.
Do you think the manager will stay if you will go down? Because I think he said that he was going to stay, but
he said it, but I don't believe him. I don't. I mean, this is De Zerbi we're talking about. Like De Zerbi has never been at a club more than a year, or 18 months or something like that. So, I mean, if he stays, I'll be very surprised. But I don't believe it until I see it, really. But I think going down to the Championship, I think people really underestimate the impact of it, because a lot of people will say that, we'll come back up and all of this. It doesn't always work like that, because I know you've seen like Burnley, they go up and down and all. gone down. They haven't returned since. You've seen clubs like Blackburn go down, have never returned since. So I'm saying that this is a disaster, and unfortunately, it's what the ownership deserve. It really is what they deserve because this has been coming for a long time.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Big up to him.
No, I'm not hating on Aston Villa, but just for this game, we need a Spurs W, man. I want Spurs to stay in the Premier League. Even though they did the remontada against my team in the Champions League years ago, I don't hate Spurs, man. So I want them to stay in the Premier League, man.
You're only saying that because Charlie's on the panel, aren't you?
No,
Are you
I'm
sure? I don't know.
I'm not lying. You can watch my.
I will be apprehensive as well.
Huh?
I would be slightly apprehensive if I was you as well, Charlie, to be fair. I don't think he means what he says. Like, I remember last week he was telling me, I really hope Arsenal win the league, etc., just so Man City
I mean that as
win
well. Bro, F City. I'm not joking. F City. They're getting too cocky.
And then
we need City all the way, man. City all the way.
Look at it.
Yeah, of course it's got
Nobody
to
believes me anymore.
Pep doesn't lose it from this position. That's what I would say. He doesn't lose it.
Fair. Let's see what Robert is saying. We have had Charlie on panel for a while. I'm an Everton fan. I wanted to beat Spurs last day.
I want them to. I mean, going into the last day, I mean, I think it could come down to the last day. We've won 2 games at home all season, so I think I don't trust us in any game really.
That's more managers than you've got home wins, by the way. If I've done my calculations correct.
That's correct. No, that is correct.
I'm not even taking a piss, but my God,
I know. It's correct. I've seen it as well. I mean, we've probably had more injuries than wins in the last 2-3 years or whatever it is. So.
Fair. As a Dutch, Spurs need to stop ring or squad and look after them better.
Unfortunately, clearly our medical team clearly don't know what they're doing this season. So, and it gets worse. It's not even that. I don't know if it's true, but I'm reading reports that Lange might stay next season. It's bonkers.
Oh, damn. Rory is in depth though. What? Is the in deep though? To Newcastle, as the kind of panel said last week, and Rory got angry. Huh? Do you remember this?
Completely lost me, to be honest.
Yeah, well, what? Huh? Yeah, I'm sorry, bro, but
I mean, I remember him coming on, because I wanted to have my say on what he made of the fact he said something along the lines of, "Oh, well, I think there's a chance Man United could finish above Arsenal," and he came on and I rinsed him. So that's the only thing I remember about that last week.
I can't lie, everyone's falling into the Man United trap again. They're having, this is all since Fergie. Every 2 years they'll have a season like this, and then the next season it just all goes wrong. It's the trap.
Their squad's already cooked, bro. Their squad is already cooked. And they're not even in Europe. They're playing under 40 games this season, and their squad is already cooked. Can you imagine their squad when they're in Europe eventually next season? In the Champions League as well? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Michael does want Arsenal to win the league. Thank you, Deontay. He still doesn't believe me. What?
I didn't say you didn't, though.
We need Arsenal to win the league.
Didn't I just say that this guy wanted Arsenal to win the league just so that Man City don't win it every year? That there is an Arsenal-Man City title race? Didn't I just say that?
I think we need Man City to win for the good of football. Just simply for the good of football. For noise pollution, for all of this.
Well, just so you know, right, if we somehow end up winning the league or even the Champions League, then them memes are going to come back to bite them, trust me. It's all in preparation. It's all brewing. Trust me. So you better hope that we don't win the league, or else shit is gonna go down. And you lot getting relegated, God, it's gonna be peak.
Well, look, it's a World Cup year, so it'll be forgotten about very quickly.
Well, you're not even in the World Cup. You're not even in the World Cup though. So what have you got to look forward to?
I know, but I'm just saying, in the general context, it's a World Cup year, so people aren't going to talk about what happened in the Prem all summer. So
fair. But yeah, Rory, what you feel about Spurs getting a W, but still are in a relegation zone?
I mean, it was bound to happen eventually, wasn't it? That they were going to win a game at some point. It's just like, for me, with De Zerbi, right? I think regardless, like even if they got him in before they eventually got Tudor, I still don't think he will be ready for relegation battle. I just don't. I don't think he's that sort of manager. Nah, I really don't. I mean, you look at that same team. I mean, when did they appoint Tudor? Was it about February time?
February. Yeah.
So he would have been outside of the transfer window, so he wouldn't have had any time to bring in any of his players. And coming into the Championship as well, like for me, if you do go down, I can see more.
Yeah. You still there?
Is he frozen?
Yeah, I think he's frozen.
Yeah, internet issues.
Yeah. Fair. But yeah. Oh,
I think he's back. He's back, I think.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, you're back now, Rory.
Jesus Christ. Where was I again? Or what did you hear from me before I eventually...
I just heard De Zerbi and walking.
Yeah, De Zerbi walking away.
I don't think De Zerbi's necessarily cut out for the Championship necessarily. And now they've got injuries to the likes of Simmons from what I saw and Solanke. I really do think West Ham do have the upper hand in this relegation battle. And you know what's peak for Tottenham fans, is we play West Ham in a couple of weeks. So it's like, well, do they stick to their word when they're saying, well, I'd rather see Tottenham get relegated if it meant Arsenal not winning the league, etc., etc.
Listen, Rory, the way I see that is it's better just not to have an opinion. That's no. I won't have an opinion. No. That's how you get out of these tricky situations.
I mean, like, would it be a draw here or like?
I don't know.
Would you be open for a draw or?
Again, like, because I don't have an opinion.
Like, real talk. If Arsenal would have secured, if Arsenal would have secured the title like weeks ago, then I tell you what, I'd be calling Arsenal to field out their under-21s.
I knew it.
3 points.
That's
the taste of their own medicine,
though. That's not the situation, though.
Yeah, but just to give them the taste of their own medicine, That's something I would have hoped for.
Wait, are you referring to that Man City game 2 years ago?
Yes, exactly.
because that Man City game, right? I was being told constantly before that game, oh, Arsenal fans, please Tottenham, please Tottenham, please Tottenham. And then when we ended up losing, we were told that we lost on purpose. Like, you can't have it both ways.
Yeah, but come on, like at the same time, bro, I saw COVID stadiums louder than what your stadium was that night.
I can't lie though.
I
admit this, right? I wanted us to lose because we had nothing to play for. We already knew where we were going to finish. We had nothing to play for, so I was fine.
Nice. You still fight for Champions League though.
Yeah, but look what happened, right? If we had gotten Champions League, we wouldn't have won the Europa, which meant more to me than being in Champions League. So in a way, it worked out in our favour. In
your favour, but not obviously in our favour.
No, but I was.
And when do you see Son missing chances like that as well? When do you see Son missing chances like that?
I've said this before that I think I'm not saying he missed on purpose, but I will admit to you that in subconsciously I think there was something there. I will admit that. I will admit that to you.
But like again, obviously we haven't secured the league, so obviously I'm going to be going into that West Ham game hoping that we win and hoping we field out our full strength team because, again, we've got to win every single game from now until the end of the season. So I don't know. I just think West Ham have got better individual quality than Tottenham at the moment. I'm looking at it going, well, you compare their attack to Tottenham's, it's like chalk and cheese at the moment, which is just mind-boggling considering the players you've had over the years. I mean, I'm looking at likes of Somerville, Bowen. These guys walk into your team, bro.
With the injuries, yeah, 100% with the injuries.
I think even with the injuries, you've got Bowen who could probably start on the right-hand side. You've got, Somerville who's been in great form for West Ham, probably starts on the left-hand side for you lot because you don't really have an out left winger.
We don't.
Yeah, and then, I mean, the striker, probably not. But I'm looking at, Fernandez. He probably gets into your team as well. Like, it's...
But I think what's happened, I think the difference is, because look, I don't rate West Ham's team. I think they've got a terrible team, personally. Yeah. But I think the difference right now, I think clearly, look, I hate to say it, but I think they've got a better mentality. I think that's the difference right now, if I'm honest.
They've been in that situation plenty of times.
They're okay, because the difference is West Ham, whatever I think of the level of their players, they clearly are, they know where they are. Like, they know that they have to sort of like scrap for points and be in a relegation battle. I think our team, our players think they're too big for this. The club, the ownership think they're too big for this, and I think that is leading to the situation we're in.
And
that's one of the many factors.
You know what's crazy? I think if you go down this season, I don't see you coming straight back up. Because
Me neither.
Like, this is what I'm saying. If you get relegated to the Championship, a club like Tottenham, you're thinking, right, yeah, you're gonna get relegated, but come straight back up. Like, we've seen the situation with Leicester. Like, I know they came straight back up when they got relegated in that 22-23 season, I believe. But it went straight back down, back-to-back relegations 10 years after winning the Premier League. I'm just like, yo, how many players are actually going to stick around at Tottenham come the summer? Because I'm telling you, there's not going to be many.
No, I think there's going to be a fire sale. I think we've seen it many times with team in multiple countries when teams get relegated.
Yep.
There's a fire sale. Like, I'll just to give you an example, like very recently, like Empoli, who got relegated from Serie A, literally sold their whole team. They literally sold 24 players. And I think you're going to see something similar. The only thing, and again, I'm not saying it would be crazy for me to come on here and say I want us to get relegated. But the only silver lining throughout all of this is that the fans wake up and actually take some proper action against this disgusting ownership that we've got.
Yeah,
and actually stand up and try and properly protest more often.
True. Yeah. Looking at the games you guys still have to play, where do you see a result?
I mean, maybe if we're going to win any of them, I would say Leeds, on the basis that they're going to be safe by that game. On the basis that Leeds will have already secured safety, we could get something in that game. Everton, maybe, because they'll have nothing to play for, possibly come the last game. But I mean, Villa and Chelsea, no. I see us getting nothing out of them. Like I said, at most, I think it will be 6 points at a push. But I don't even see that. And I said before the Wolves game, I think we need 10 points to sort of guarantee survival. But I don't see it. And that's why I've said I called it in February that we're going to get relegated. And unfortunately, it's coming true. And you just look at the fixtures and can see that.
How many points do you think Spurs will get, Rory, in the last 4 games?
I mean, again, I'm not even taking the piss. I don't even think they can. Obviously, they're capable of picking up points against Leeds, etc. Maybe Everton, as Charlie pointed out. But I actually don't see them picking up at any point from now until the end of the season. I just don't.
That's fair. That's genuinely I think that's fair.
They could get a point in one of the two games. Like, again, Chelsea are a bit hit and miss. They may not have anything to play for. I know they never win at Stamford Bridge, but still, again, they're managerless, aren't they? So I'm not really too sure that could be that could be a draw. Leeds, likewise, Everton, maybe. They could get a few draws in there, but I don't see them winning a game. That's for sure.
It's just very simple because we played Wolves, who are rock bottom relegated, and we were terrible. Like I don't think we win that. I think we got a bit lucky in the sense that I don't think we really kind of earned that win. I don't. It was like our last win, which was against Palace. I don't think we deserved to win that game. Like, so if you think about it, it's pretty much every win if you look at every win we've got this season, I think the only wins we've actually properly deserved, I think Man City's second game, I think Burnley first game, and I think Brentford at home as well. I think apart from that, all the other wins have been very, very like scrappy, and like on another day it could have gone the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, okay. We still have to remember that Aston Villa are in the Europa League, so they might gonna rest some players.
Possibly.
I would say a
maybe.
draw.
That's
a draw. Leeds, I don't know, because Leeds is looking good as well, but like you said, they look like they're gonna be safe. So I will say Spurs win then. Chelsea, no chance. Not because Chelsea is amazing.
It's just Chelsea. It's just the same thing. It's just
You've also got to factor in the injuries Tottenham have got as well. Like, who's going to be filling in? So,
Spurs, Everton. I'm gonna say Spurs W. So 7 points for me.
7 points.
Jesus,
7 I mean, that will probably be enough, but I don't see us getting 7 points.
Yeah. I think Rory's prediction is more close, but yeah, it is what it is, man. All right, let's move on to Rory's team, Arsenal getting the W. Talk about it. Arsenal 1, Newcastle 0.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this club is like a toxic relationship where I'm getting graped, it feels like, once every weekend. Jesus Christ. But you still love them though. And you're still gonna tune in every week. My God. Yeah, that was stressful. From minute 1 to 90. It feels like Arsenal always have like a 5-minute spell of, we're playing some decent stuff here. And then we just don't carry on that momentum, and it's just stale for the rest of the game. And I mean, I'm not going to lie, we did catch life at times. It's not like Newcastle created a number of opportunities apart from, that Vista chance where, I'm not going to lie, my heart sunk at the time. I was like, oh my days, we're really going to bottle this now. Like, literally the moment that ball fell to Vista, I was like, you're going to bottle this now. Luckily, we got away with that one. And I think on the balance of play, it was two teams that were just bang out of form, really. Like, I don't think we have won. Deontay, this guy. No, I didn't actually. I didn't. Basically, I needed to sit down after that game. Jesus Christ. But yeah, in all seriousness, like, as I was saying, right, basically two teams who bang out of form. That was our first Premier League win in April under this manager for 6 years, which is on paper absolutely abysmal, and it shows how much we capitulate throughout the month of April. Luckily, we have no more games in April after that one, so that's a positive, I guess. But the performance was just dreadful again. I think one thing tells me after that game the other day that the only way we are going to win this league is if City drop points from now on to the end of the season. I do not see us beating these lot on goal difference. I mean, fair enough. Yeah. Points on the board, great. All you can do is win games of football and, gather that momentum. But we really need to be scoring more goals. We need to be more ruthless, especially in situations where it feels like, for instance, Declan Rice, not allowed to shoot. That's twice he's done that, where he's in great positions and he's cutting inside. Like, that's on your favoured right foot.
Yeah, that's weird. I agree
Have
with
a
you.
go. Where we had that 4-on-1 with Gyökeres down the left-hand side. Simple pass. And he fucks it up. And I'm like, come on, man. I even had my neighbour coming in and checking on me because I was crashing out. And I'm like, nah, I'm not all right. Trust me, I'm not all right, for Christ's sake. I've just seen my striker bottle a 4-on-1. So, of course, no, I'm not all right. Flipping hell. At the time, obviously, before the game eventually finished that way. But, yeah, honestly, if it wasn't for, one moment of magic, which is exactly what we're relying on, it feels like, and something that we don't do often, by the way, shoot from outside the box. It was a clever corner routine. I'm not going to lie. I think that's probably the first corner I remember us scoring since Chelsea, which is madness. Like, yeah, the set pieces have definitely dried up lately. It's fair to say. And Eze it was a fantastic goal. I just hope he's not bloody injured because we need him for this run-in. I think he's the only one that can actually unleash a strike from outside the box. He's the only one that kind of gets me off my seat at the moment when it comes to having a dig from outside the box. Saka, not right now. Trossard, no. Martinelli, no, because he always goes on the outside, and when he does, he runs it out of play. Gyökeres doesn't really shoot from outside the box, to be honest. Havertz doesn't either. Eze's the only one. Dalman is obviously he's a baller, don't get me wrong, but he does need to work on his finishing, which is completely fine. It's normal for a 16-year-old, right? Lamine Yamal was the same thing. So Eze's the only one that has the capability of shooting from outside the box, and that effectively won us the game. And as I said, hopefully he's not injured. He came out and said it's all right, etc. It's just a precaution, but at the same time, he said the same thing against Leverkusen. He was out for a month. So I don't know who to trust at the moment. That medical team, I mean, not only we need, for me, a left winger, another striker potentially, another midfielder, another right back, because I think Ben White should probably be sold in the summer. I'd say we need a new bloody medical team as well, because the amount of injuries we've picked up so
Welcome
far
to the club.
Yeah. Like, you talk about the fact, every single player at Tottenham has dropped like flies, but when you look at Arsenal, I can't remember one player that has actually managed to stay fit all season, because a couple of players have had niggles here and there. Declan Rice hasn't had long-term injuries. Neither has Zubimendi. I think he's probably the only one in this team that hasn't picked up an injury. Like, he's played 50 games so far this season, which is kind of crazy to me. I think, listen, the back four did what they needed to do, really. Ben White, I thought, had a much better game. David Raya didn't have a lot to do. Saliba was a little bit shaky on a couple of occasions, I'm not going to lie. Gabriel had a better game than he did against City, that's for sure. Hincapié was by far the best player on the pitch. Like, for me, he is the best Ecuadorian in the Premier League. Like, hands down. Never mind that shin kicker at Chelsea, right? We're talking the best Ecuadorian in the Premier League. I can't wait until next season when we do eventually sign him permanently, because it's an obligation to buy, similar to David Raya in some aspects, where we bought him on or we brought him in on loan, and then we signed him in the summer for 30-odd million. It's going to be identical to that, basically. I can't wait until he comes in next season and you lot are actually going to realise how good he really is, because he's been our best player for months. And for me, he's better than Calafiori. Like, that's all I'm going to say. He is better when it comes to defensively. I think offensively as well, there's not really a whole lot separating them both, because I think Hincapié is absolutely class when it comes to going forward.
I agree.
Encouraging us to push up the pitch as well. I think he's got a decent cross on him as well, which, honestly, I think he will be one of the best left-backs in the league next season. I think he's probably been one of the best, if not the best in the league so far this season as well, because there's not really been many decent left backs this season. And you know, this guy's a left centre back. He was only supposed to be a stopgap to back up Gabriel, really, and he's come in and he's done really well. Zubimendi, I thought, had a much better game. Although, to be fair, I was hearing, you know, from people who are actually at the game, you know, the amount of times Zubimendi had his back to goal, he's in possession, the amount of times people were telling each other around the stadium, man on, because I'm pretty sure everyone is so nervous whenever he gets hold of the ball when his back is to goal. Because honestly, I thought we brought in this midfielder to actually control the tempo, right? Which, you know, I'm not saying he's not good in possession, but I thought it would be particularly half decent on the half term, considering he is a Spanish midfielder, right? But I've not really seen it at Arsenal. Like, it was decent for, I would say, until December, January time. Then I think that Man United game knocked his confidence off a little bit. And now he's just been overplayed. 50 games he's played so far this season, which to me isn't normal. I mean, at least we saw Skelly in midfield, which I give Arteta credit for that, because, you know, again, Skelly should be given minutes. Given minutes in the midfield when you've got Zubimendi, who is running on fumes, it feels like. Norgard might as well just book a holiday for the rest of his contract because the guy doesn't play. So you might as well just give Skelly minutes in midfield. And the way he broke the lines for one of the opportunities, I think, where he played it in between Tonali and Guimaraes for that Saka opportunity. Yeah, that's something that we've been missing, to be honest. He's one of the few that can actually break the lines, and he's probably my replacement for Thomas Partey in a way, because he can, you know, bring the ball on the half turn, etc. You know, Declan Rice does what Declan Rice does every time. I don't understand why he can't shoot, because he's one of the few in this Arsenal team that could actually strike a ball. So it's like, well, why is he not allowed to shoot anymore? I don't get it. Odegaard is frustrating the life out of me, I'm not going to lie. I keep hearing like all this gimmick about the fact, oh, he functions the team really well, etc. And I'm like, come on. I feel like, yes, the manager does have a part to play because he's rushed him back. He's had plenty of injuries this season, which has encouraged him to actually keep the ball for longer than he should do. I mean, the opportunity we had in the first half where Havertz is making a brilliant run, we're on the counter-attack, and he takes an extra touch, and I'm like, just release the ball. This guy is allergic to one-touch passing, it feels like. Which is just, it's just madness. Like, this guy's PS5 controller consists of triangle, nothing else. Like, every time he's in and around the box, he just spams triangle or X, whatever. Probably not even triangle, you know, because he, as I said, he takes too many touches. So probably just the X button, you know, every single time. And then the opportunity in the second half where Gyökeres is blatantly open, he just passes it sideways to Zubimendi. And I'm like, I'm sorry, and all this, you know, BS about the fact, oh, teammates now don't trust Gyökeres, etc., etc. Odegaard literally played the exact same pass to Gyökeres when he scored his second goal against Spurs. So I'm not hearing this crap. You play it to him, and he probably scores from there. I mean, it's just, it's madness. And then you got fucking KSI on the right hand side. Oh my days, this guy. I mean, he's supposed to be the 1v1 demon. You know, £52 million on that. He can't even beat his man anymore.
Rory, but here's the thing: if you keep signing Chelsea rejects, this is what happens. Like,
yep,
it's just one of them.
I mean, I guarantee this summer, right? I mean, I have to go through my archives with how many flipping Chelsea players that they currently own at the moment who'll be probably on the shortlist. You know, I think it's a guarantee. Garnacho will be on there. Pedro Neto. Who else? Probably Cole Palmer now because he's washed. Yeah, like honestly, it's probably because we need a left winger. It will be Garnacho, and we think,
no.
we've always like try and find a way to like mollycoddle these Chelsea players. Oh well, great, smart business. We can maybe revitalize them, etc. Every single time. Like Kepa, smart business for 5 million, backup goalkeeper. Kai Havertz, he misses chances, but at least he can link up play. And I'm like, well, hold on a minute. You came in to play midfield. You can't do that. You played at striker, and you lack the fundamentals of being an elite striker, which is putting the ball in the back of the net. So, again, we like to cuss out Gyökeres and the fact he misplaced a pass. He misplaced a pass that led to a 4-on-1. Fair enough. He deserves to hold smoke for that. But when Havertz missed a couple of opportunities against Man City that cost us, look at the way he held up the ball, etc. Well, it's almost like he's not a striker then. Because I couldn't give a shit about your bloody hold-up play, because all I care about in that moment is putting the ball in the back of the net. Because we would have at least got a point from that game if we had our top scorer on the pitch. So it's like, well, why does Havertz escape this sort of criticism when he literally, believe it or not, he'd done the same thing last week. He'd done the same thing against Bournemouth, but everyone let him off. So, but when it's Gyökeres and the fact their manager didn't want him, it's just like, well, nah, we'll find a way to cuss him out. I'm like, well, what's the point? We've been in this situation plenty of times where we've bottled like a 4-on-1, 3-on-1. Every time we've had this opportunity to break and we've messed it up, etc. It's like, well, if only we actually scored there, or if we played that pass. It's every time. So why is Gyökeres receiving the blame? I don't get it. Then, as I already mentioned Eze, obviously, with the goal, and it's a shame he obviously came off. But let's be honest, right? Let's keep it a buck. We didn't really do anything when Havertz was on the pitch anyway. So I don't understand like where this is coming from when, Gyökeres came on, basically, and we played worse. No, we didn't. We played exactly the same way. So, and I know Havertz got the assist, but come on, it's a basic 2-yard pass sideways to Eze, and Eze will of course get the credit. I want to bring up one more thing before I shut up for like 5 minutes. How Nick Pope didn't get sent off, I have no idea. And I don't know what you guys make of it, but to me, and I know we won, so it didn't end up costing us, but yes, I know you'll make the argument the fact the defender was back, etc., but I just thought about this, right? What is the difference between basically what was I going to say? A defender making the foul and the goalkeeper being behind, as opposed to what happened with Nick Pope and Gyökeres there. That's when Dogso should have been applied for me, because the defender's back. There's no goalkeeper. It's last man. How on earth is that not a straight red? I don't get it. But luckily it didn't cost us in the end, and we ended up winning the game. But we need to be far more ruthless in front of goal, and we just need to play with a little bit more purpose, man, because honestly, I don't know if I can put up with this for the last 4 games. I mean, I'm looking at Everton, not Everton, I'm looking at West Ham, I'm looking at Fulham, I'm looking at Palace away, Burnley, which should be a winnable game. I've got a feeling both Man City and Arsenal won't win their remaining games, and they're going to drag me through it one more time. I just know it. It's guaranteed. But
what do you think about the Champions League, though? Hold on. What did you think about the Champions League, though? What's your feeling towards the games versus Atletico?
I don't know, because obviously we battered Atletico in the league phase, but simultaneously, this is, you know, this is 2 legs, so anything can happen. I don't know if we can beat them over 2 legs. That's the worrying thing for me. Atletico have definitely grown into it from where we were when we beat them 4-0 at our place. It's just I'm not too sure whether we do have the capability of beating them over 2 legs, especially if Eze's out for the game. If Havertz to an extent is out for the game as well. Saka's back as well. I thought he looked particularly quite sharp actually. I was basically saying, listen, anything would have been better on that right hand side than having Noni Madueke, because my God, I don't know like what Dalman has done to not get any minutes. By the way, in recent games against City, didn't come off the bench. And yesterday didn't come off the bench either. So I'm just like, well, what is the point? Yes, I know he's 16 and he's got GCSEs in it, but at the same time, he's the only one in this attack that has some sort of spark. So at least give him the last 20 minutes, something like that, to inject a little bit of spark in this attack, because it turns out it's just nothing at the moment.
Bro, that's crazy to spend that kind of money to have Arteta as the manager for so long, and you are almost begging for a 16-year-old to carry you to the league title. It's crazy, man.
Well, Arteta just can't get the best out of any like sort of form of attack. That's the thing. Like, this is the thing. Until people wake up and smell the coffee, the fact Arteta can't coach an attack without cussing every one of these attacking players, because I don't think they are shit by any means. I don't think Gyökeres has gone from 97 goals in 100 appearances, whatever, at Sporting to what he is now. And don't get me wrong, he's not been bad by any means. Like, he scored 18 goals. Can you imagine you have a manager like Flick or Enrique, someone who actually knows what they're doing with strikers? Because
True.
I'm looking at the midfield. I'm looking at the attack. I'm like, how many like technicians do we have in this team? It's almost like we've built a rugby team over the last 6 years. No, because I'm not even joking. Like, I've noticed that we're taking corners short. Right, we're playing the ball to Odegaard or a midfield players, whoever, Declan Rice, Mendy. We're passing it backwards to Raya. He's then lumping the ball long to absolutely nobody, and then the chance is gone. And I'm like, this is from our own corner. And then you somehow take it back to our own goalkeeper. That's happened on far too many occasions this season. I'm like, well, have we built a rugby team? Real talk. Have we built a rugby team here? Because we're lumping the ball long every now and then to Gyökeres, who we know can't win aerial duels. Like, the guy's, what, 6'1", 6'2"? And he plays like he's 5'9" in the air. So I don't understand why we keep doing this thing over and over again, where we're lumping the ball long to Gyökeres every time. Fair enough, Havertz could probably hold up the ball, but again, he can't finish for Toffee. So it's like, well, I don't understand how you go from, right, Gyökeres is your top scorer, you bench him for a couple of games. Now he's got to sort of revitalise that confidence. For me, just start your top scorer from now until the end of the season, because you're going to need him. Eze likewise. So.
Look at this guy.
Big up to Zip. Big up to Zip.
Yeah, big up to Charlie, what do you think about Arsenal and the performance lately?
I mean, only they could be like, what was it, like 10, 8, 9 points at the top. I can't lie. I thought it was.
One second. What the hell is this?
Oh
what the hell is this?
I just
it's their attack. The hose. Havertz, Odegaard, Eze, Saka. 4 players, 1 purpose, baby.
I mean, it's crazy because all 4 of them probably walk into that Chelsea team right now. So,
yeah, right. Yeah, right.
yeah, they do though.
None of them do. Oh, they're all rubbish. Oh, they're all terrible, man. Name at the host.
That's funny.
Sorry, continue.
Oh yeah, no worries. I can't lie. I thought it was over a few weeks ago. Like, I was like, yeah, man, like the league. This is like the worst Prem season ever. Because it is. I mean, out of all the, I'm not even like taking the piss. Like out of all the, even if Man City win the league, I'm still going to maintain that opinion because out of all the Prem seasons I've watched, I think this is the worst in terms of quality. Like there's been a record number of 0-0 draws this season. I think that kind of like speaks for itself. But yeah, in terms of Arsenal, like I can't lie, I thought it was done. Like I was kind of getting ready for it. But I did say like if anyone's from the position they're in, if anyone was going to bottle it, it would be them, to be honest. And look, that hasn't happened yet because the season's not done. But at the same time, City, especially after beating them last week, they're right back in it. And I didn't really watch a lot of Arsenal against Newcastle. All I know is that Eze's finally done something apart from the 2 games against us. Like, that's literally all he's done.
What is this guy on about?
Literally, I mean, I haven't seen him do anything apart from the 2 games against us. But
well, so sent us through to the quarterfinals of Champions League, didn't he?
I think.
So.
Well, fair enough. But yeah, like you like I can't lie, like Arsenal, like they're not. They don't have anything going forward. Like I when I've seen them, they don't inspire you. Like their whole game. I saw a clip from the Man City game. Like Hincapié was trying to win a corner or something. Like I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. He tried to like instead of crossing the ball, he tried to like pass it off the defender to try and let it go out.
That was the City game, wasn't it?
The City game. Yeah, the City game. So
Crazy.
listen, you know, this team can't win the league, man. Like there's no way this team that are doing these types of things can be winning the league. Like it can't be happening. So look, the Newcastle game, look, you had to win that game. Fair play. You won that game. You had to win it to kind of really not allow City to get an even bigger advantage, of course. So, yeah, you got the job done. But it's going to come down to the wire. I think goal difference could really be decisive. And I think with the way you guys play, I can't see you beating City on goal difference. I think you said it, Rory, earlier. Yeah. Like if it comes down to goal difference, I think it will be City. And this is what I said before as well. Pep Guardiola, in every race, whenever he's been in a title race, he's never lost it. Like when he didn't win the league, when he didn't win the league last season, they were gone from like after the first 10 games, they were not even a consideration. Yeah. The time before that, when he didn't win the league, was in 1920 when Liverpool. This was like Klopp prime Liverpool. City came like I think 20 points behind them or something, and then the time before that was his first season when they were also nowhere near it. So when you think about it, every time he's been in a race, he's won it. He's never lost it. And the only times he has lost it was when it was not even on the cards for most of the season. So at this stage of the season, they know how to get it done. And I think that what's proven, Jesus.
I think
oh my God.
I think this is the team Arteta wants to be.
Rugby.
Oh. Go to you.
That's funny. It's funny what AI can do. Yeah, no, look, I can't lie. Like, I just don't think you guys are good on the eye at all. Like, I think like you're just terrible to watch. Like terrible. Like this isn't a team with technical ability. This isn't a team with, you know, that can kind of like, you know, really kind of outclass an opponent. It's more just a team that will kind of like just again like pace and physicality. That's all it is. Pace and physicality. And of course the rugby element with the set pieces. So yeah, I don't think it's looking good at this stage of the season. Like you guys, Rory, you guys had the chance to kind of wrap it up. You guys had the chance to pull it away, but you didn't do it.
True.
And now you've given City the sort of initiative. Yeah. And from this stage, they never lose it. So look, I could be wrong, but history tells us from where it is now, it only goes in one direction.
Yeah.
It's not looking
I mean, you mentioned this being an awful Premier League season, right? Would you say this season's been better than last season?
I think last season was terrible as well. I
But
think.
would you say the season's been better though?
No,
I don't think it's been better. I'm not saying it's definitively been worse, but I don't think it's been better.
No, it's way worse than last season.
Because I'm sort of the way I'm
Nah.
thinking of it is this. I'm thinking of like look at if you go back a few years in the Prem, like for example, like the 1920 season, like it's nowhere near that. Like that was for me,
Facts.
that was one of the best Prem seasons in terms.
I mean,
of like, just
I mean,
quality.
listen, I'm not even saying this season's been good by any means, right? But like, let's be honest with ourselves. I know Arsenal are top at the moment, and you don't like it, but
Yeah, look, you're not wrong. It's
But-
true.
this season's been astronomically better than last season. Like, come on.
No.
I
This is the
I
worst-
disagree.
This is the
Come on.
worst
I
Premier League
disagree.
I've seen.
And
This
by
is
the way,
worst Premier
the
League season I've seen in
I'm
my
not,
life.
The only
saying, I'm not
surprise-
saying last season was good. I think last season was terrible as well.
The only
I think
surprise
this
from last season was Forest reaching the European places. There was no title race. There was no relegation battle. There was no real like top four race either. I mean, what was
okay, maybe if you thought.
if you
But
compare it to this
Rory,
season-
Rory, but it's not just that. Look at the style of play across the board in the league.
Yeah,
Has got fundamentally worse.
Corner,
It's not even just Arsenal at this point. I'll be honest. Like,
Yeah, but
Arsenal, obviously, it's like all of these teams. They're doing long throws, set pieces, and their whole game is revolving around it. It's
But there's
specifically
still
this
big
season. you're
crackers
seeing
in there as well. And you can talk about, the fact teams have picked up less points than they did last season. But then again, you just pointed out the fact it's more competitive this season than it was last season. Anybody can
I think
beat
it is.
anyone.
No, I think it is more competitive. I think the quality and the style of football
I agree,
is
yeah.
terrible. Terrible. That's the way I see it. It is more competitive, but the style of play is terrible. this season.
Yeah.
Across the board.
I hear it, but at the same time, like there's been some absolute crackers this season. Let's not pretend that there's not been any games this season where they've actually got you off your seat. I'm looking at, was it Burnley Brentford? Did it not end 3-3, 4-3? Whatever the score was. City 5-4 against Fulham. And they were 5-1 up at the time. You had Arsenal, Man United 3-2. There might be a couple more that
It was
match.
a crazy Newcastle game as well, right? I think Newcastle had a crazy comeback as well.
Yeah, against Leeds 4-3. You had Man United, Bournemouth as well 4-4. But we still had crackers in there. When you compare it to last season, I mean, let's be honest. There wasn't really nothing. This season, I feel like you've got an actual title race. And let's be honest, if the shoe was on the other foot and City were top at this moment in time, and if they end up winning the Premier League, they'll be claiming this as the best Premier League season ever. Trust me, because Arsenal have bottled it again and whatnot. You've got a Champions League race. Like anyone could get Europe at this point, it feels like. Everton, Fulham, you've got Brentford in there as well. Chelsea could even finish mid-table at this point, which is mental when you think about it. But they could actually finish mid-table. It's mathematically possible. You've got a relegation battle between Tottenham and West Ham, for Christ's sake. I know Burnley and Wolves are down, but you've still got a relegation battle there. You don't know who's going to take the final relegation spot. Whereas last season, you had the likes of Ipswich. Who else was in there? Blooming. Why is my mind gone
Leicester,
blank?
Southampton,
Yeah.
Leicester, Southampton. Yeah, those three were practically down by Christmas. We knew what the bottom three were going to be. Now, it's kind of unpredictable in a way. I'm not saying, again, this has been a great Premier League season, but it's by far not the worst. And I think people are just backtracking it just because their team is shit at the moment.
No,
Let's
that's
just see
playing
how it
a
is.
part. Look,
Do
I'm
you
going to be
think
honest.
that's the reason?
Of course, that plays a part. But at the same time, I'll give you another example of this season. I know Man United are a bit better than last season, but this is still kind of a mediocre Man United, and they're third in the table. That should say something. I think that they're still a mediocre team, and they're third.
I agree.
Like it said,
True.
for me, really says something.
Yeah. Maybe if you talk about for the neutral viewer that there's still a title race, there's still a race for a relegation battle or stuff. Maybe
There shouldn't be.
The
There shouldn't
European
be.
places, though.
True European places as well.
No, there isn't. the sixth place is only hinging off if Aston Villa win Europa League. The top 5 spots are already wrapped up. The title race shouldn't have happened because Arsenal did the Arsenal things. They should have won the title by now if they had a competent manager. The relegation battles only because Spurs have had an historically bad season. Because if it wasn't for Spurs being this bad, and historically amounts of injuries, etc., dumb decision making when it comes to managers, the level of football this year for me has been the worst because everyone's copied Brentford with the long throws. Arsenal was the corner kicks. I've seen more men hug each other than actually play football on the pitch. And for me, I don't want to watch the Prem. If you check my channel, last season I was watching the Prem week in, week out. I was doing watch-alongs for it. This year, I've been going to Spain. I've been going to France, Italy, Germany, Belgium, Dutch football. I've been watching everything but English Premier League because it's that bad. The level of quality of the English league this season is the worst in my lifetime as a fan, as a viewer. Because in the end of the day, I'm a football fan first. I couldn't give a shit about my team when it comes to viewing pleasure. I want to watch a neutral game of football. I'm not choosing a Premier League game. I'm just not.
I agree.
You're in terms of the big leagues, it's bottom ranked in terms of viewing quality. Competitiveness, cool, but that's because every team is rubbish. Unbelievably rubbish. I prefer watching the Women's Super League than the Premier League at this moment of time, and it's better quality.
To be fair, I agree. You know,
and that's a problem. And for me, I think it comes down to the level of managers outside of Pep are rubbish. I think all these teams are run poorly. And I feel like there needs to be an effective change in management for most of the big clubs and in different styles of football. Because everyone seems to play the same way. And it's annoying. It's
true.
Styles make fights. The reason why previous seasons were great is because when it was Pep against Klopp, 2 different styles fighting against each other. When it was Jose versus Wenger and Mourinho, different styles. Wenger was the passing, beautiful play. Ferguson was counter-attacking and high press. And then Jose Mourinho was the defensive style. There was different styles. Every team now plays the same way, does the same corners, the same throw-ins, pass out the back from the keeper, makes the same stupid mistakes where the keeper passes it to attacker and concedes a goal by getting chipped by a random attacker like it's another day. And for me, the Premier League needs differences in football because the moment everything stays the same, it gets boring. At least in other leagues, there's different styles that I can watch. There's different ways of football.
It's also just tactics as well. Like, I just think tactically, I think the Prem's just very basic. Just I think just a lot of teams you mentioned with the long throws, and it's not even just that. I think like when a team decides to play a more pragmatic style, it's always just traffic cones. Just put everyone back. When you watch other leagues, there's actually a plan to like you're gonna sit back at this time. There's a plan. It's not just as simple as just let's just put everyone back and stick the whole thing out. Like that's what I think a lot of teams in the Premier
you hardly see any players twatting the ball from like 30 yards anymore.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Exactly.
So like on that basis, then like, are you guys saying that last season was better than this? Like the last season of the Premier League?
I don't think it's definitively better. I just don't think it's worse, but not definitively better.
No, I don't think it's better. I think last season has led into how bad this season has become. So I think last season was bad, but I think we're on a downward trajectory in terms of the level of quality of football. And that's why you have a team, as you said, Man United. They only play 40 games this season out of both cups early, and they're third in the league. And they changed their manager halfway through the season. That shouldn't happen.
True. Yeah, true.
If you look at the amount of teams that have lost, the goals conceded, goals scored. If you look at the top goal scorers, how many teams have actual elite gunsmen or elite wingers or elite attacking players? How many teams have in the Premier League that you could say, I would want him on my team? Most teams, no.
It's like what's happened to like wide players? Like they're just not. I mean, that's why I rate a player like Cherky so highly because you're not getting them. You're not getting lots of them now. Like they're not as common as they should be.
What?
Oh my god! That's crazy.
No.
Nah. Oh no. Master Splinter, Guna Nacho, whatever is one thing.
Oh,
That
shit.
is crazy.
That's it. Me taking that thoughts with no license. Hey, big up Yasser, man.
Yeah, big up Yasser.
But yeah, I feel like it's just getting worse season on season. But last season wasn't great either. Look.
Nah, it's not looking good, guys. Yeah,
also, why am I the guy catching strays, by the way? I won at the weekend. What's going on?
No, but look at the top scorers. So your United's top scorer is Sesko with 9.
Yeah.
Go up. Mateta has 10. And he was missed some pots. Calvert-Lewin 11.
Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah,
Krupi's a young striker. Watkins, cool.
I like Krupi. Krupi's good. I like him. He's a good player.
Gyökeres with 12, 3 of them penalty goals. So that's what, 9, 3 penalty goals, 13.
Only 2 players with 20 plus.
Jesus. You know what I was going to say, right? And this may sound controversial, but if City were going to win the Premier League this season, like that's why I would put Cherky in front of Fernandes in terms of the PFA Player of the Year
100%.
award.
Yeah, 100%. Cherky should be in there. 100%.
Because factually, Cherky would have had a better season than Fernandes. Fernandes can break the assist record, etc., etc. But then again, Cherky would have still had a better season if he leads City to a Premier League title. But even so, he has the opportunity to win a domestic double anyway. So I'm just like, how does Cherky not win Player of the Year or at least Player of the Season if he wins a domestic double? In fact, domestic treble, for me, that's like non-negotiable. He wins it over Fernandes every day of the week because I've seen the likes of Sanchez scoring 24 goals. He didn't win Player of the Season. Ozil bagged 19 assists in that 2015-16 season. He didn't win player of the bloody season. Yeah, Fernandes will win player of what do you call it? The Playmaker award. But yeah, well done. It's like I speak to quite a few Man United mates, and they tell me, well, to be honest, I would sacrifice a Man United win if it meant Bruno Fernandes, still picking up that Playmaker award. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, that's
player over club.
What are we doing? No,
that's crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy. But I don't think Bruno gets it anyway because it's going to either be an Arsenal City player, and I think if Arsenal win the title, I think it should be Raya. I think he's been your most consistent player all throughout the season. And if it's City,
I said he's probably one of our most important players.
Cherky, maybe Semenyo, because Semenyo had the good first half with Bournemouth as well. That's the reason why they signed him. So it's either Cherky or Semenyo. The only thing about Cherky is his first half of the season, he never really played. So you've got to counter that in. So it's more recency that you would say Cherky. So they may not.
True.
Over the course of the season, you're probably looking at more like a Semenyo's or a Raya. That's been more consistent over the year.
Wow.
Hey, don't start on my midfielder when you've got 150 £1 million fucking shin kicker in there. Trust me, man, like Tyson bro. So don't chat to me. The only reason Caicedo does not receive any smoke is because he has a fucking skin fade. That's for sure. That's the only reason. So don't think he ain't catching strays because trust me, he is crap as well. Trust me, so overrated.
No, he's been poor this season, but our whole team's been poor. I wouldn't blame Caicedo for that.
All right. We already started talking about Chelsea, so let's continue with Chelsea. It's unfortunately failed hate watch for you, King, because Chelsea won versus Leeds United. But yeah, talk about the game, bro.
Yeah, it was gonna be our final game of the season, regardless of what happened. Unless we won. We won it 1-0. To be honest, it was a really bad game. Leeds just defended. They had like 5 at the back for the first half, so we pinned them up and we tried to make chances, but our attackers are not good. Garnacho is one of the worst wingers I've ever seen in my life. all this man does is run forward, turn around and pass back, or cut inside and do nothing. Pedro Neto was slightly better, but I mean, he was the reason that we got the goal, the assist to Enzo. So the first half it was okay. Then the second half they changed it up. They took one of their defenders off, and it was a bit more back and forth game. But overall, am I happy that we got to the final? Yes, because opportunity to win another trophy, which is always good. But for me, I just think like the how bad this season has gone, I don't think any of the other games really matter. I think the only game that matters for us is that final. The rest of these games are just write-offs.
Fair.
All I hope is we beat Tottenham and help them get relegated. That's the only objective outside of the FA Cup. And every other game, you know, I don't really care what happens because we have old McDonald had a farm in as the manager, or as Jesse calls him, BTEC Dan Potts. And yeah, it was just a 1-0 game, and we just saw it out at the end. Professional performance.
Thank you, Yasser. Yeah, man.
Do you guys think? Do you guys think Chelsea have a chance in the final versus City?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
It's basically the equivalence of when Tottenham had Ryan Mason in that Carabao Cup final.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's what it is.
I always said this. If we kept Jose, I think we might have done it. Possibly. I mean, not definite, but possibly. But yeah.
Yeah, you never know with him in a cup
Yeah.
final, but yeah, it's not looking good, man.
It's a drunk City in the final. The only way we beat City is if Pep does a Pep thing where he does, you know, some dumb changes to his lineup that he can do.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Like that final versus United went and won the FA Cup.
Yeah,
And after
pretty
that,
much.
he said,
Oh,
win
when like
trophies."
Garnacho scored and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the one against us in the Champions League final where he played with no DM, played with no Rodri. I thought, yeah, that was gonna work. Like he has these moments where he does dumb things. So if he does that, and also the last time this manager played him, it was a draw, 1-1. So I don't know. Maybe he has something for Pep. But yeah, more than likely we'll probably lose the final. I'm gonna lie to you. The only game that I see us winning by the end of the season is the Tottenham game.
Yep.
Interesting. You
I'm
never
trying
know.
to think, like, what other managers has he? I'm trying to think of other managers, you know, apart from, you know, the geezer that's taken charge at Chelsea. Who else?
He lost
yeah,
the care.
true. He lost to Carrick. Yeah, that's another thing.
Fair, yeah. That was a crazy.
I mean, he lost to Thomas Frank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Second game of the season.
he didn't even beat Thomas Frank. You know, it's mental.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah, because he got Frank had the other game against him as well.
Damn.
Yeah, but to be honest, we always do well against City somehow. So I don't think it's a
Crazy,
Frank thing. It's more of a just juju sort of thing.
Fair. All right,
Are
let's
those the
look
only
at
two then? So he's lost to Carrick and then he's drawn
Maybe
to.
more. I don't know.
I don't know if there's any more.
I remember when he
I don't
drew
know.
to Lampard when he was at Everton. I remember that.
But he wasn't really on an interim basis at Everton, though, wasn't he? He
No.
was.
True.
Not actually sure, you know. I think they
Maybe-
may have been the only two.
Wins most of his games, but he has these lapses of concentration. You know what it is? He gets bored. I think, you know, sometimes he gets bored and he thinks, let me try something. And against weaker managers, he's like, let me try something. That's what I think he does. So once in a while, when he goes up against someone he doesn't know or a new manager, he just let me try something and see if it works. He has those moments.
Maybe that's the case. All right, let's look at the other results quickly, and then do a prediction for United game tomorrow. Fulham won 1-0 versus Villa. Was any of you guys surprised with that result?
I didn't watch it, to be honest.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was.
I'm not sure.
I was on the way to watching York, innit? So.
Yeah. Fair.
I know it's a good win for Fulham, and hopefully they have
definitely.
something for Arsenal next week as well.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but to be fair, their away record is quite.
Yeah, you might
But
use a
no,
weekend
Arsenal
team,
probably give them something. That's the thing.
It was a boring game and deserved Fulham W. Fair.
Don't you guys struggle against Fulham quite often? I'm pretty sure.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have done in recent years away from home.
Are you going to go full strength against Fulham because you got the Atletico Madrid games in between them?
Oh yeah, we'll go full strength because again, like this manager, doesn't rotate. That's the thing. So
That might be an issue. You might get a couple more injuries.
Yo, guys, Charlie has to go. So yeah, big up for joining, bro. Really appreciate it. It was nice to have you back on the channel again.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, big up to the panel, the chat. Yeah, thanks for having me on, Michael. Let me know you're doing this again, and if I'm free, I'll join you again. So
cool.
Yeah,
Definitely.
thanks for having me on.
Yes, take care, bro.
Take care, guys. Take care.
Peace.
All right. Let's do it like this then. Yeah, Liverpool.
10, by the way.
What?
Where is 10, by the way?
Bro, I don't know. I texted him. Let me know when you're joining, and he's not responding, so I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully he's fine. But yeah, Liverpool won 3-1 versus Crystal Palace. Talking about Liverpool, I have to play a message for you guys. Hold on a sec.
To Michael, bless up to the Matchday.
Oh.
Bless up to Michael. Bless up to the Matchday Rewind viewers. Hit the subscribe, hit the likes. Now, Reacts can't make it today. The current team of the champions of England, but I've seen the results this weekend. Tottenham finally winning the game. However, they're still in the relegation zone and they're still going to go down. Bless up to Tottenham, though. They did give me one of the best days of my life for winning the Champions League. Thank you very much. The easiest Champions League final. Also, bless up to Rory, just like I'm saying, the easiest title race I've ever witnessed when we beat them last season. So bless up to him. It's a shame that his team is going to come second again. There was talks of a quadruple. Well, they're going to get a quadruple of seconds. And bless up to King, However, you're going to get beat by Man City in the finals. Let's be honest. And bless up to 10 again. Thank you for Hugo Katike and Alexander Isak. Isak scored today on my birthday. Thank you, 10.
Ekatike has less goals than Gyökeres, by the way.
Next season when we take Anthony Gordon, we take the hat trick. God bless. Smash the likes.
Fuck off.
This guy.
Ella fraudulence. I like it.
Yeah. CS and Thais would destroy Liverpool in a final if you made it. Yeah, maybe.
Not you had them players,
Yeah.
I keep forgetting you had that.
That was an Ajax team, man. Oh, what a team!
Tadic as well.
Please don't. I don't want to talk about it because I'm gonna...
That's the last time Ajax were good, isn't it, Michael?
Yeah, bro.
The lit, the young,
the good times, the little good times.
Onana in goal,
Yeah, before the doping. After that, he was a scrub. Nah, but all right, yeah, chill. Liverpool got a 3-1 W versus Crystal Palace. Then we had the West Ham Everton game. I was surprised with this result. I thought maybe draw, but a W for West Ham. Pretty good result, man.
Yeah,
I was just thinking in terms of Ajax, right? In terms of Ajax, you might have got the likes of Tomiyasu and Bart Simpson. So, it's cool that the good times are coming for you. Don't worry about it.
Hopefully next season.
Doesn't Zinchenko have an ACL injury, by the way? I think he got
injured. He's right now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, training again on his own, of course.
How's Tomiyasu playing for you lot, or is he injured?
No, he got suspended. He got a red card 2 games ago.
Oh my god!
But yeah, he's
Well,
back
how was
again
he playing
for
before that?
bro. I'm not joking. He's not even 100% fit, and he's one of our best players. Maybe our best player. But
You see, like when he is fit,
uh,
he's a decent player. You know, it's just like
yeah,
injuries and he's first. Like, where have you been playing him? Right back, left back, centre back?
both. Most on the left back position. The only thing though is, um, he's gonna leave unfortunately because his salary is too much for us. For
Oh,
6 months or a couple months, it was enough for us to pay. It was not that much, but yeah, the feeling is that he's gonna leave. Sinchenko maybe he's gonna stay, but yeah, I think Tomiyasu is gonna leave because he only signed until the end of this season.
oh right.
But yeah, if we win versus PSV next Saturday, he has a masterclass. I will be fine.
Yeah. Again, like he's a tidy little player, you know. It's just again, as I said, injuries and to be honest, he's
True.
never like really that sort of guy that would give you a lot going forward. It's fair to say. So
Yeah, true. Yeah, I agree.
what were we saying again? Sorry, I interrupted. You know, got completely off topic.
Yeah, well, I was just looking at the results. West Ham, of course. Yeah, they got the victory, like I said.
Yeah,
Spurs
big
got
up
a
the Hammers, man.
W.
Keep winning. They're
Nah,
part of the agenda.
yeah.
They're part of the agenda, man. Spurs must go down. We need the celebration at the end of the season.
Oh my days. We already discussed the Spurs and Arsenal result. And of course, that 5-0 win from Forest versus Sunderland was crazy.
yeah.
That was crazy, man. When I saw the result, I was like, nah, this must be match fixing. They're trying to do everything to get Spurs down. Bro, 5-0.
Hey, they knew what to do. Sunderland said, "Yeah, man, take the win." Hey, everyone's got the agenda. Hey, Wolves did.
Yeah.
Wolves didn't
Granit
beat them,
Xhaka, once a Gouda, always a Gouda, you know. Yeah, bro, he was desperate to see Tottenham going down. You know, he is so desperate. Yeah.
All right, and let's quickly do a prediction for the game for tomorrow. Manchester United versus Brentford. Rory, what do you think?
I swear they play every Monday. What
Yeah.
is going on?
Monday night football is at Old Trafford.
Well, I think they lost their last home game, didn't they? If I'm not mistaken, was it Leeds?
Yeah, that was versus Leeds when somebody predicted that if they would win, they had the chance to finish above Arsenal.
Yeah, they do it every season when they're in that sort of position. Oh, can we finish above Arsenal? You know, maybe. Yeah. You know what? The last time we actually rooted for the whoever's playing Man United, either Monday, whoever, like they ended up humbling them in it. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go 2-1 Brentford. Come back to this after Monday. Yeah, although I probably won't be watching the game because I've got my show. But you know, I'll be keeping a close eye. Trust me.
What are you thinking? Brentford, Manchester United, Brentford.
I don't know. I have a feeling that it feels like a 2-2 for me. I feel like it'll be a close game, and then it'll be like 2-1 Brentford or 2-1 Man United, and then someone will get a goal late on. Yeah, but same as Deontay, 2-2. It just feels like a 2-2 draw. Doesn't feel like either team's going to win, but it's just going to be a draw.
Although, to be fair, now I've said it, it'll probably end up being like 2-0 Man United, and they'll just win it comfortably. And then now that I've said, you know, maybe Brentford may stand a chance, you know, maybe because of the position they're in. Yeah, 2-1 Brentford because of what Leeds done. Man United will probably win it comfortably, but, you know, I'm going to stick with that score prediction, by the way. Lock it in.
First. For me, I'm going to say a lucky 2-1 win. Lucky. Last 10 minutes, a winner goal for Manchester United. 2-1 win. But if have to predict what I want. Come on, Brentford. We need United tears tomorrow. I'm gonna do the watch along on this channel, guys. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, that was the show, guys. Before I'm gonna end, Rory, tell the viewers what they can expect on your channel for the next upcoming days.
Yeah, appreciate the invite once again, Michael, my bro.
Problem.
It's been great again. It's refreshing to actually speak of a win, you know, because it feels like ages. Although to be fair, I have sort of criticised, it's fair to say, more than I've praised, but it is what it is. In terms of what's coming up, I've not really had the chance to review the Arsenal game, to be honest. So that'll be happening all on the show tomorrow on Monday, 8:30.
Nice.
You know the drill. And then obviously Atletico Madrid. On Tuesday, I'll be covering that game. In fact, it's Wednesday, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. So I'll be covering that game. I will be on Josh's watch along because he usually does Champions League watch alongs. And I turn up for them specific ones. So yeah, obviously I don't really do watch alongs because again they're just pointless, it feels like. And I'd much rather have a proper insight on the game off camera, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And every time it just again, my Wi-Fi bugs out every time I'm doing a watch along. So yeah, I often pop up on Josh's watch along every Champions League game now.
Nice.
So I'll be on there. So yeah, I'll be doing a match reaction on my channel, of course, and then at the weekend, I don't even know when we play. Either Saturday, Sunday. Not entirely sure, but I know we do, of course, play Fulham. So yeah, that's about it.
Nice. Let's see. Before we're gonna the King. Honestly, I wanted to meet Chelsea in the FA Cup final much more than annoying Leeds. United misses the City. Fair. Yeah, King, the watch along King. Tell the viewers what you have planned to their channel.
For my channel in particular, I'm not sure yet for this week. Definitely Wednesday we'll try to do a watch along, and then see what's something on. Either something tomorrow and then something Friday. I don't know what games are available yet. I haven't really looked into the week. Got on Tuesday to have the full-time vibes, and then tonight have from the Stands pod on I think either Vigilante Talk Sports or Liverpool Profits channel. So doing that at 11:30, and then Thursdays is always the other pod that we do as well. So the 3 pods a week, and then any free time I get, watch alongs in between. I won't be able to do Tuesday, Thursdays because I got my course, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday there'll be a watch along at some point. Yeah.
Nice. Good luck with the course as well. Let's read the last 2 covers. But Manchester City will not. True. But we will see. Why did Arsenal? Bro, this guy supports Club Brugge, and they're still second in the league. You fraud. You fraud.
He's in the Arsenal position.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and we've done your 3-0 in the Champions League, so like, let's not do this. I can't believe why am I even? Hold on. Why am I even beefing with a Club Brugge fan? Nah.
Hold that empty. Hold that and the show. Perfect.
No, but big up Club Brugge.
In the show, bro. I ain't wasting my time beefing with a Club Brugge fan. What the? What is going on here?
All right, guys. Take care. Enjoy the night. Peace.